Yes, good evening, USA. What's going on, USA? Canada, Long Island, aka Strong Island, International, and the five spots of Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island, and Queens. This is your man G Money Stacks, aka the Gregonator, YouTuber, host with the most, creator, misunderstood lonely nomad, unstoppable independent podcaster, and rookie podcaster of Laurelton, Queens, New York. And you're rocking and hanging with me on the 213th episode of Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York podcast titled Chewmute. We are going on a Chewmute today, and one of the topics has to do with one of the snickerdoodle, the snicker salad, which you probably might not know what that is, but stick around. You're gonna find out what it is, and I'll just break it down to you in a couple of minutes. So, yes, so we're live and direct from StreamYard alongside with YouTube, alongside of myself is the Instagram live feed. So be sure to turn on your notifications on when I'm going to be on Instagram live recording every episode on a weekly basis and when these episodes are going to be dropping. Yes. So there you have it right there. So listen, if you are new listeners and new watchers, welcome to the show. And of course, by the way, if you like to support this show right here, all you need to do is just make a charitable donation to my Cash App, which is G Money Stacks 555. That's $ capital G, lowercase MONEY, capital S, lowercase TACKZ. And once again, it's not about breaking the bank. It's all about doing the best you can on whatever amount of money you are comfortable donating that you desire will be appreciated. And also, you can also support the show by giving a 5-star review on Podchaser, Podfriend, Pod no, excuse me, um, Apple Podcasts. There's Spotify as well. So you can make a 5-star rating review, give it 5 stars. It'll be appreciated. Now, if you are new to the channel, new watcher from the YouTube universe, and you miss any previous episodes whatsoever, that's on every streaming platforms, including YouTube, don't worry, I got your back. You can start by grabbing that subscribe button um by the YouTube channel G Money Stacks 555, where you see all the New York episodes on there. Tap that noti bell so you can be reminded when the show goes in the air via live stream. Plus, be sure to tell a friend to another friend. Stay tuned for more video content, upcoming episodes, and previous episodes. In case you missed any of the new and previous episodes, don't worry. Everything's uploaded to the YouTube channel page. And, of course, stream, listen, download, share, and watch these episodes in case you missed any of them. And, of course, leave a like and a comment along with the episodes, along with the topics that's going to be discussed. So yeah, I will explain where you can actually listen to the episodes on every streaming platforms at the end of the show. Now, like I said, today's episode is titled Chewmute, and I named it that because it has to do with the Snickerdoodle, and of course we have the Snickers ice cream bar, and of course the Snickers salad, which I'm not even sure why you mix a Snickers bar with a salad. Oh, we'll get to that in a couple of minutes though, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll get to that. So let's see. And we got topics including a bicyclist getting struck by a tractor in Brooklyn, New York. Andy Byford makes his return. We have Ice T laughing at being canceled. Black Star, and this is the very last time I'm going to be talking about Kanye West, but this one involves him getting sued over an instrumental beat and not getting any clearance. Of course, um, and of course all that craziness, and then we got a loss in hip hop, which is Hovain, and of course Troy Ave and other music artists that's gonna be paying their respects. Soldier Boy slams Elon Musk, and of course Kiki Palmer, um, and SZA. Of course, Kiki Palmer, of course, recent her and SZA were on SNL, and of course there's some other ventures that she did. She just launched a new a media company, and of course she had a movie and all that other stuff. So we'll get to that as well. And of course, I will do a little segment called Munchies and Drinks in in charge of the stories of the eat and drink topics. So stay tuned for that one as well. But for now, let's get started with this. The New York Mass Transit Files right here, man. And like I said, this has to do with a bicyclist. Why did this bicyclist get hit by a tractor in Brooklyn? Well, let's find out. Here we go. And of course, we'll get into it right now, actually. So, um, and all right, a bicyclist died of her injuries on Wednesday morning after colliding with a tractor trailer in Brooklyn, New York. Excuse me. According to police, at around 7 a.m. on October the 12th, um, the victim, a 25-year-old woman, was riding near Parkside Avenue and Parade Place when the collision occurred. Reports indicate that the victim lost control of the bike and fell into the road. Paramedics rushed to the location and pronounced the victim dead at the scene. Her identity is being withheld at this time. The driver of the truck remained at the scene. No arrests has have been made at this time. The investigation is still ongoing. Um, which is crazy. That's crazy. Um, and of course, Andy Byford makes his return. Andy Byford makes his return. So check this out. New York City's train daddy. Train daddy is ready to start chugging along in the US again. Former MTA and NYC Transit President Andy Byford is back in the country and looking for work in the transit industry. The Post has learned, though, the cheery Brit is tight-lipped about where he may be headed. We arrived at JFK a week ago yesterday, Sunday, October 30th. Byford told the Post on Monday, I I immigrated on a green card that entitles me to live and work anywhere in the US within my area of expertise, namely transportation. So the ex-transit boss of Sydney, Toronto, New York, and London left NYC on the eve of the COVID-19 slamdemic in 2020, saying he had enough of interference from then Governor Andrew Cuomo. Meanwhile, Byford, whom New Yorkers dubbed Train Daddy, returned to his hometown of London to serve as its top transportation official. Over 27 months, the 33-year railroad vet oversaw the completion of the long delayed and over budget Elizabeth Line project, which he toured earlier this year with the late Queen Elizabeth II in one of her final public appearances. The MTA did not settle on a permanent replacement for Byford until this past May. Massachusetts former top transportation official Richard Davey. Byford on Monday declined to share details about where in the U.S. he may end up or if New York and the MTA are even on the short list. In the meantime, he and his Canadian wife are taking a road trip through Mississippi, Alabama, and Louisiana, he said. Whether I choose to work for a public transit system here would depend on being given the leeway to do what needs to be done. Mindful of why I left NYCT, namely in the face of constant undermining and interference, Buffer said. Um, Large U.S. transportation systems in search of new permanent transit leadership include Austin and Boston. Other roles could open up after Tuesday's midterm elections, including in New York, where Governor Kathy Hochul faces a challenge from Republican Representative Lee Zeldin. Excuse me. One person familiar with Byford's stint in New York suggested his time to make an impact on the MTA had passed. London, like New York, faced a massive drop in fare revenue as a result of COVID-19. Byford's final act there was to secure an agreement with the UK government to avoid large scale cuts through March 2024. But whereas Byford's New York tenure focused on operations, today's MTA faces the existent existential challenge of replacing fare revenue amid remote work and concerns about transit crime, the source said. The problem of the post slamdemic are very different from when he left. He'd be returning to a very different organization than the one he left, the source said. I don't think anyone wants to return to the drama of the Cuomo era MTA. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty much on the nose right there. That's wow. Yeah. That's pretty that's interesting to say actually. So let's see. Let's see. All right, hold on a minute here. Hold on a sec. Okay, so let's get into chatting on the jazz right here. All right. Obviously, obviously there's some more Kanye West drama. Um, but this one, okay, so there's three stories about Kanye West. So let's start there. But first, before we even go into Kanye West, let's get to um a recent passing involving Hovain. So let's get to that first, and then we get into the Kanye drama. Um, all right. So Hovain Hilton, the beloved manager and music mogul, has passed away. His family have confirmed in a message shared to his official Instagram account. It was revealed that the hip hop manager, of course, real name Jonathan Hovain Hilton, died at his home on Friday, November 25th. Of course, the death has not yet been revealed. It is with deep regret that we message to all family, friends, and colleagues that Jonathan Hovain Hilton passed away while at his home on Friday, November 25th. The message began: He was a beloved and devoted father, husband, son, brother, and a proud Brooklyn representative. Um, we like to thank all of his close friends for all of the love and support that you have shown during this difficult time. Of course, we ask that you all continue to keep his family in your prayers and respect their privacy at this time. Um, yeah, the Brooklyn native got his start in the entertainment industry by shadowing late boxing promoter Butch Lewis. Working with Butch showed me how to be self-made, Hovain said in a bio on his official website. Butch was the ultimate businessman. He always closed the deal and never made any excuses. From there, he teamed up with Randall Sycamore Medford as part of the famous firm, through which the duo managed the career of Rich Hill, Tommy Hilfiger's son, as well as launching the famous Factory live show series with Double XL magazine. Yeah. Um Hovain later established Hovain Hilton Management, where he not only managed artists but also initiated huge brand deals and marketing strategies. With 10 plus years experience in the music industry, some of the biggest names in the music and culture have entrusted Hovain with their careers. Some of the artists Hovain has worked with include Busta Rhymes, Lloyd Banks, Troy Ave, Dave East, Rob Markman, Young Guru, Wale, Karen Civil, and more. Of course, tributes have begun to pour in on social media for the Brooklyn native. Man, that sucks, man. That really sucks, man. For real, for real, for real. Of course, Young Guru, who was managed by Hovain, wrote, I have no words. I love this man. He was more than my manager. He was my brother. I swear this is too much. Rest in paradise, or rest in power, however people say it. My brother's 6 broken heart emojis. Hovain, you were special. Um, a track called Hovain, a pillar of New York hip hop in his tribute. Can't believe Hovain passed. What the fuck? He was one of the good ones. Everyone loved him. A pillar of New York hip hop, of hip hop in general. Just a good guy. Damn, he wrote on Twitter. Westside Gun, who praised Hovain for being one of Griselda's biggest supporters, wrote, Hovain was one of Griselda's biggest supporters. He would help any way possible. I'm forever grateful. 2 palms out emojis. R.I.P. Hovain, the dot connector. Um, Damn. R.I.P. Hovain, one of the kindest, most solid guys I ever met in this game. Always checked on me when shit was dark. Wrote Belly. You'll be missed, you'll be missed, brother. 3 doves, 3 dove emojis. Bay Area rapper La Russell tweeted, "Long live the greatest." 2 prayer emojis and black heart emojis. Hovain went so hard for me. He's been lining up plays for me since the day we met. I wouldn't be where I am without Hove telling every single person he knew about me. It was God's plan. It was your will, Hovain. Hit Boy revealed that Hovain had reached out to him recently to do some music with his client and former G Unit rapper Lloyd Banks. Hovain had just hit me up about doing some music with Lloyd Banks. Prayer emoji. God bless his family. Damn, RIP Hovain, Sky Zoo wrote. A good BK dude who truly rep the culture and the borough. Rest well, G. Prayer and dove emojis. And a couple of people who actually chimed in. Um, yeah, a couple of people just chimed in and stuff. So, yeah. Let me see who else. Yes, a couple of people chimed in and stuff. So, um, yeah. So let's see what else. Yeah. So a lot of people are pouring tributes and stuff on Twitter. So I'm not going to be able to read all of them, but all these people that's pouring in on Twitter with tributes. So yeah. So RIP to Hovain. And let me just go to let me go to Troy Ave. Okay, Troy Ave is one of the many people mourning the tragic and untimely passing of veteran hip hop manager Jonathan Hovain Hilton on Instagram. The Brooklyn rapper took to his Instagram page on Sunday, November 27th, with a post memorializing Hovain, who once managed him back in the day. In his post, Troy Ave shared a vintage video of himself and Hovain counting stacks of money, while in the other images, the rapper had words to share about Hovain. In his caption, Troy continued to mourn his former friend and let off a joke that Hovain died in order to bring promotion to bring promotion and marketing to a new movie the two just released titled New York City, the movie. Our friendship might have changed, but the love was never lost. Hashtag RIP Hovain, my brother before and after rap. Troy Ave captioned his post. Hashtag BSB. This nigga Hove think he's slick. He gonna go and die soon as our movie drop just to bring marketing and promotions to his acting skills. Laugh out loud. Hove would be crying laughing at that joke. um Yeah, the hip hop community was notified of Hovain's passing early Saturday morning, November 26th, via his Instagram page that broke the news. A cause of death had not been disclosed. It is with deep regret that we message to all the family, friends, and colleagues that Jonathan Hovain Hilton passed away while at his home on Friday. He was a beloved and devoted father, husband, son, brother, and a proud Brooklyn representative. The statement read. It continued. We like to thank all of his close friends for all. Let me see. For all of the love and support that you have you have shown during this difficult time. We ask that you all continue to keep his family in your prayers and respect their privacy at this time. Hovain worked with several hip hop figures as a veteran manager and president of management of Cinematic Music Group. In his resume, Hovain previously worked with artists such as Cameron, Jim Jones, Styles P, Lloyd Banks, T-Pain, and more. Several people from the hip hop community paid their respects on social media, including Young Guru, who Hovain also managed. And I have no words, Hovain said. I love this man. He was more than my manager. He was my brother. I swear this is too much. RP my brother. And 6 broken heart emojis. Hovain, you were special. Yeah, so yeah. So rest in power, sleep in paradise, Hovain. All right. Okay, now that I got that out the way, we got some Kanye West drama that we need to get into, and this is probably going to be the last fucking time I'm going to be talking about his ass too. There's like 3 stories actually that we need to get into. One, well, let's get to the anti-Semitic stuff actually. So, oh my gosh, man. Um, in an appearance on Conspiracy Theorist Alex Jones show, Ye, the rapper formerly known as Kanye West, doubled down on a series of anti-Semitic comments he made in recent months. Ye appeared on the show alongside Nick Fuentes, the white nationalist internet personality. The pair had dinner with former President Donald Trump last week. Oh no. No, 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 no. No. Hours later, Twitter CEO Elon Musk announced that Ye's Twitter account was suspended. The move came after the rapper reportedly posted on Twitter an image of a swastika depicted inside a Star of David. On Jones' show Thursday, Ye's statements were among his most brazen. I see good things about Hitler. Ye said during the nearly 3 hour interview. Later, he veered into Holocaust denialism. This was a mask off moment to hear Ye just outright say that he admires Hitler, said Megan Squire, deputy director of data analytics at the Southern Poverty Law Center. Often extremists talk around the subject of Nazism. She said, couching true beliefs in cloaked language in order to avoid being banned from mainstream platforms. Pushing the boundaries, said Squire, provides a permission structure to other far right voices. Oh my gosh. Um, the recent string of anti-Semitic comments began in October when Ye posted, "I'm going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people." The tweet has been has since been deleted. Ye then spoke out on a number of podcasts and interview shows, repeating his talking points and promoting his run for president in 2024. Oh my gosh. Before decamping to fringe channels that specialize in extremist rhetoric, Ye made an appearance in an interview with Fox News' Tucker Carlson. He used the occasion to air his anti abortion stance and grievance with the fashion industry. But soon after, Vice News revealed that show producers cut Ye's references to his beliefs that align with the Black Hebrew Israelites. More recently, Ye and Fuentes appeared on right wing podcaster Tim Pool's show. After Pool questioned his use of the word they to dog whistle a Jewish conspiracy theory, Ye walked out. Ye's hate speech has cost him. In October, Adidas ended a deal with Ye, divesting him of his billionaire status. After Thursday's interview with Alex Jones, a spokesperson for the right wing social media website Parler confirmed to NPR that Ye's previous deal to buy the platform had fallen through. Oh gosh, no. Boy. Um, we got another crazy Kanye West. The man compares himself. You're not gonna believe what he says. What he said. I'm going to actually get to this right now. Kanye West bailed on his interview with Tim Pool after threatening to walk out if he was forced to defend his anti-Semitic remarks. Kanye West continues to cause controversy everywhere he goes, walking out of another interview after disliking his host's line of questioning, but not before comparing himself to MLK. The Good Music founder was a guest on the right Wing Timcast IRL podcast on Monday night, November 28th, accompanied by white nationalist and Holocaust denier Nick Fuentes and alt-right political commentator Milo Yiannopoulos. Kanye West says he's more MLK than Malcolm X. Oh my gosh. During the calamitous interview, after claiming God is using me, stripping him of his riches to better serve him, Kanye West compares himself to Martin Luther King Jr. You know Martin, you know good and hella well you're not Martin Luther King, man. So stop it, man. Stop this bullshit. Like seriously. I thought I was Malcolm X, but I find out I'm more MLK. Ye stated because as I'm getting hosed down every day by the press and financially, I'm just standing there. And when I found out that they tried to put me in jail, it was like a dog was biting my arm, and I almost shed a tear, almost, but I still walked in stride through it. Poole appeared to agree, replying, I think they've been extremely unfair to you. But Kanye pushed back. Who is they, though? He questioned. We can't say who they is, can we? Um, when Poole clarified that he was referring to to the corporate press and not to whom Kanye and his cronies referred to as they, alluding to anti-Semitic rhetoric, Fuentes interjected with, "But it is them, though, isn't it?" However, as Poole attempted to explain, Kanye West stood up and walked off, quickly followed by Fuentes and um Yiannopoulos. Ye warns he will walk out. He will walk out earlier in the interview. Ye promised he would storm out if he was forced to deny Jewish people are responsible for his woes. To come in here, I feel like it's a setup to be like defending. I'm not gonna go through another like I'm literally gonna walk the fuck off the show. He warned. If I'm sitting up here having to talk about, you can't say it was Jewish people that did it when every sensible person knows that. Ah, man. The interview comes in the wake of Kanye West announcing his intention to run for president in 2024 and his chaotic meeting with Donald Trump. Oh gosh, at the Mar-a-Lago. Man. Oh man. Ye turned up unannounced with Fuentes and Yiannopoulos in tow. He claims the former president started basically screaming at me after asking Trump to be his running mate. Ye brought up Trump during his chat with Tim Toole, stating, I would have never wanted to do anything that hurt Trump. I'm on Trump's side. Trump said things that hurt me. He lied about me, but I mean, he's known for lying. And when people used to tell me that he's a liar, it's like I went into the trenches for Trump. There was no one else in my position that wore that hat. And one more thing, man, about Kanye West. And I don't know if anybody's gonna cover this, but I might as well cover this one too. So Kanye West is already full plate must now make space for a lawsuit as the Donda artist is being sued for illegally sampling South Bronx, a record by KRS-One's Boogie Down Productions on Life of the Party. According to documents obtained by TMZ, the company that owns the rights to that record alleges Ye never received permission to use the song when he released it on his stem player. The Chicago rapper made over 2.2 million dollars in profit from the audio device through the use of the unlicensed record they added. Life of the Party was originally leaked by Drake and featured Andre 3000. Controversy arose when it was revealed that the Yeezy founder took aim at his nemesis while Three Stacks rapped a heartfelt dedication to their mothers. Kanye West has been caught up in a whirlwind ever since he began spewing anti Semitic rants on various platforms. The 45-year-old has ended his partnerships with Adidas, Gap, Balenciagas, and Def Jam. Plus, he lost his billionaire status after the sudden changes to his net worth. Okay, first of all, you were dropped. You were fucking dropped, man. You didn't end that shit. You were fucking dropped by these companies. You were dropped by Peloton. You were dropped by Foot Locker. You were dropped by Balenciaga. You were dropped by Def Jam. And of course Adidas, of course, man, which is crazy, man. Oh Lord. Man, plus he lost his billionaire status after the sudden changes to his net worth. His product was pulled from shelves. Aaron Donald and Jalen Brown cut ties with Donda Sports, and his new school, Donda Academy, closed down for a brief period of time. At one point, Ye was locked out of his Twitter and Instagram accounts and struck a deal with the conservative social platform Parler. The rapper has been invited to several interviews over the last few weeks, namely Drink Champs and The Shop, but the episodes were pulled due to harmful language. Let me tell you something. Man. I said this before in episode 200 and episode 202 in terms of the fact that he tried to break into a Skechers headquarters. And to be quite frank, look, man, and let me say this though. Just because you have mental health issues does not mean you get a fucking free pass. Does not mean you get a fucking free pass to getting away with everything. And on top of that, and on top of all the hate speeches you've been saying and shit, look, I know everybody's gonna keep bringing up his mother, but that's no excuse. That's no excuse. Y'all need to stop enabling the guy and putting him on these platforms of podcast shows and TV shows and stuff. Stop enabling the guy and stop giving him a platform to say all these crazy ass things. Like it's very disrespectful. He's a disrespectful motherfucker, and I lost respect for that guy anyway. Ain't nobody feel sorry for your ass, man. I'm sorry, but I'm not giving you a free pass on this shit, though, man. This is getting out of hand. This is getting out of hand, man. I know for a fact that I'm not gonna vote for his ass because he's a fucking celebrity who is too good to have to have any friends. That's the crazy part about this guy. He cut ties with John Legend, Jay-Z, and everybody else for that matter. And of course, obviously, Pusha T cut ties with him too. Big Sean cut ties with him too. And let's be honest here, folks. Like, why are we enabling the guy, man, to say all these disrespectful shits? Like, seriously, man. Kanye's got to go, man. He really has to go, man. and I hate to say this, man, but he's going to hell for this shit, man. That's all I'm gonna say right here. All right. This is the last time I'm talking about Kanye West, man. He needs to get his shit together. He needs to he needs to get he needs to get help for he needs to help himself, man. He needs to help himself, man. Seriously. This is so fucking getting out of here. And to say that you're Malcolm X or MLK, that's a whole load of disrespect right there, man. Nah, man. That's a whole load of disrespect. Yeah. His goose is cooked, man. All right. Yeah. Um okay. So okay, let's get to Ice T. Yeah, so um all right. So Ice T reminds everyone people have been trying to cancel him for over 30 years ahead of SNL appearance with Dave Chappelle. Ice-T was a guest on Saturday Night Live Saturday, November 11th, alongside host Dave Chappelle, Yasin Bey, and Yasin Bey, aka Mos Def, and others. But not everybody was excited about it. In fact, the original gangster faced a healthy dose of backlash on Twitter for teaming up with somebody as controversial as Chappelle, who's been accused of both trans and homophobia in the past. But par for the course, all the chatter had little effect on Ice-T's day. Instead, he briefly acknowledged it on Twitter and presumably went about his business. Um, Somebody said they are gonna cancel me after doing SNL with Dave Chappelle, he wrote. Laugh out loud. These motherfuckers have been trying to cancel me for over 30 years. Oh shit. Despite the public outcry from a select few, the support for Ice-T was overwhelming on Twitter. As one person replied, "You are too fucking awesome to cancel." Yeah. You do metal, you do hip hop, you do TV and movies. You are fucking Ice T. Who the fuck gonna try to cancel you? Ice T joined Chappelle and SNL cast members such as Kenan Thompson, Mikey Day, and Chloe Feynman for a sketch called House of the Dragon, a spoof of the Game of Thrones spinoff. Dressed in a horrendous blonde wig, and pimp clothing of that. Oh man. Oh man. Pimped out clothing in that era. He channeled his player haters ball persona. Light skin light skin Larry Targaryen. Oh man. Yo, that's funny. Yeah, light skinned Larry Targaryen from the Chappelle Show days. The sketch also resurrected several other iconic characters from the Chappelle Show, including the lovable crackhead Tyrone Givens. Oh shit. Holy shit, man. Holy shit. Um Yeah. Oh shit. Um, yeah. Let's see what else. Yeah, yeah. Crackhead Tyrone Biggums and Chappelle's Rick James. Of course, you can watch it on the SNL YouTube channel. By the way. Oh shit. This is so fucking laughable, man. I had to laugh, man. Seriously. Yeah. Oh man, hold on. Let's see what else. Um okay, what else can we talk about here? Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let's see. Oh yeah. Soldier Boy. Yeah, let's get the Soldier Boy. This this one right here has Elon Musk lousy piece of shit written on there, man. Um, yeah, this is kind of all right. So, oh shit. All right. This is from Complex actually. So Soldier Boy is fed up with Elon Musk, lousy piece of shit, and his changes to Twitter. On Twitter, the Crank That rapper threatened to launch his own app because he was unhappy with all the changes to Twitter since Musk acquired the company for $44 billion and became the owner. And Soldier Boy has made a name for himself by being the first rapper to embrace technology and be innovative. He was the first to use Ustream, first to go viral on YouTube, first to have his own game console, and first to get verified on Instagram. People shouldn't be surprised if Soldier does go ahead with creating his own social media app. He'll be the first to do that too. As detailed by the New York Times, Musk's takeover of Twitter was 2 weeks of chaos with immediate layoffs, fired executives, product deadlines, and revamped the subscription service. Twitter Blue, which cost $8 a month. Damn, man, ain't nobody paying no fucking $8 for a fucking blue check, man. Nah, not me, not me. Shit, that's a big no for me. And I'm gonna say this though about Elon Musk as I take a look here. Elon Musk is a lousy piece of shit, as Jimmy Kimmel would say recently. Oh man, he's a lousy piece of shit. And when was the last time you ever heard of somebody paying for a blue check for fucking Twitter and Instagram? I'll fucking wait. Never. Never in your life you ever hear about Instagram charging people for a blue check, which is ridiculous. And I hate to say this, though, but I'm starting to feel like that Elon Musk lousy piece of shit is going to be falling flat on his fucking face with with um with the fact that people are going to be leaving Twitter, and he's gonna be walked over like a fucking pancake, waffles and pancakes, man. And the simple fact that how the hell, like the thing that caught my attention was, how are you fucking homeless if you're fucking rich? It doesn't make any sense. That shit makes no sense to me, and it's crazy. It's crazy ass is fucking hurt right now, man. All right, that lousy piece of shit is out of here, man. That lousy piece of shit is out of here, man. For real, for real. Um, in order to move on from this, I gotta do this, man. I gotta do this. Yeah. All right, let's get into some. Let's get into some. Let me see. All right, let's get into some Kiki Palmer, and then lastly, we'll talk about the Snickers ice cream bar, and the Snickers salad. Actually, hold on. Before that, there was a 21 Savage story that I needed to do. Wait a minute, man. There was a 21 Savage thing that I needed to do. Um, actually, let's damn. It was a 21 Savage story that I was supposed to include too. I forgot. Um, let's see. Let me see. Um, hold on a minute here. Hold on a second here. Let me see. Let me see. It was a 21 Savage story that I was supposed to include. Hang on a minute. Let me get that. Um, okay, 21 Savage. Wait a minute here. All right. I didn't think this was going to be included in this episode, but um so most recently the story about 21 Savage is that he revealed he lives in a state of constant paranoia due to his brushes with death. During a recent appearance on academics off the off the record podcast, the Atlanta rapper admitted he moves as if he's constantly being watched, a mindset that stems from having witnessed one of his friends die right in front of him. Damn. I'm scared of everybody, nigga, he said. I'm not fucking Rambo. I move scared. Hell yeah, I'm scared. Scared niggas stay alive. Cause I done seen it. I'm not one of them niggas who just nigga. I've been shot. I seen my friend die in my face on my birthday in the car too. It ain't like it's like, oh, we just standing on the block and a drive-by happened. I'm talking about right here, nigga. He in the driver's seat. I'm in the passenger seat type shit. He added, so I know, like, nigga, this shit get wicked fast. Like that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm just paranoid always 24/7, nigga. I think somebody following me. I'm spinning the block a couple of times before I go in the house. Um Elsewhere in the interview, 21 Savage described Takeoff's recent death as the worst one that I've seen in my life. The Migos rapper was shot and killed outside a bowling alley in Houston, Texas on November 1st, sending shockwaves throughout the hip hop community. The worst one, he said. I don't know if it's because I know him more than I know them, but this is one of them ones where it's like, damn, him niggas say that every time, but he really, um, he really one of them ones like, damn, what the fuck? Yeah. Um, he continued, never gonna see him argue. If he fighting to help his brothers. The worst, this is the worst one that I've seen in my life where it's like a nigga who really didn't deserve that shit. 21 Savage also explained why he and Drake decided to go ahead with the release of their collaborative album, Her Loss, just days after Takeoff's death. It was just so much going on, like so much negative, sad energy, he said. We was just like, maybe this will give motherfuckers a smile or a lift up, give the world a lift up, something to look forward to type shit. Um, cause first we was saying we was gonna push it back, but it was like, well shit, what's that gonna do? Just keep motherfuckers in this mind state for a little longer versus trying to move forward type shit. Yeah, yeah. Um yeah, that's I mean, look, I mean, they him and Drake had to do what they had to do to release it anyway. So it's already out. So you know what I mean? And it's already hitting the charts already. So that's pretty good on their part right there. Okay. What else? What else? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Black Star. I forgot. Okay, Black Star. I forgot about that too. Didn't I do I could have sworn I did this one, but let me see this. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Um, let's see. So let me see. Let me see. I think I talked about that already when they were on SNL. I think I talked about that already. I think I talked about that already, actually. Let's see. Did it have anything? Yeah, I talked about that already. Um, wait a minute here. Wait a minute here. I think. Wait a minute here. All right, I'm gonna skip the Black Star thing because I may have talked about the SNL thing already. Um, all right, so I may have talked about that already. Um, I may have talked about that already though. But in in replacement of the Black Star, we're gonna get into we'll get into let me see. Oh wait. Oh wait. Hold on. Yes. All right, let me just get into it. So Black Star made their Studio 8H debut on November 12th. Introduced as Brooklyn's finest by third-time Saturday Night Live host Dave Chappelle, the hip hop duo of Talib Kweli and Yasin Bey, formerly Most Def, performed a pair of tracks from their long-awaited new album, No Fear or Time. The 49-year-old comedian co-hosts the Midnight Miracle podcast with um, Kweli and Bey. For their musical guest spot, Black Star delivered two new tracks, So Be It, and the main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. From their new Madlib produced album, No Fear of Time, which arrived earlier this year on Luminary. The nine-song set is the duo's first album since 1998's Most Def and Tyler Kweli are Black Star. Kweli and Bey were joined on stage by Madlib for the hard-hitting tracks. Ahead of Black Star's SNL performance, Kweli spoke about the significance of appearing on the long-running NBC sketch comedy show. I can't recall seeing a more hip hop, a more independent group than Black Star to ever do SNL. The artist told Consequence. So I'm definitely excited to represent for the culture. Watch Black Star's SNL performance below and see the full episode on Hulu here. The streaming service is currently offering a 30-day free trial, which you can sign up for here. The show is also live streamed on Peacock. Um, yeah, and also you can go to SNL's YouTube channel page to check out the highlights. Um, okay, so let's see what else. What else? Oh, wait. There's another. Hold on a second. Um, wait a minute here. Okay, so let's get into this story here. Mount Westmore, aka Ice Cube, Too Short, Snoop Dogg, and E40 are gearing up to drop their debut LP, and three-quarters of the group dropped by the Hip Hop DX headquarters to give us some insight into their creative process. While talking to DX's Jeremy Hecht in an interview published Monday, December 5th, Cube, Short, and 40 elaborated on how they each write their rhymes, and unsurprisingly, everyone has a different process. For 40, he likes to approach things slightly off the dome, though he'll jot down an idea here and there. Sometimes I read off notes. Like I take notes and I'm like, oh, let me go to my notes. And then I'm just like, punch me in. The the Bay Area native said, when I say notes like a couple of little phrases or something, then I say punch me in. I don't write it out like I used to. Back in the days we used to use hella paper. Now it's just like punch me in. You get the best out of it, I feel. Short Dog prefers to keep it old school with writing his rhymes out, but he has at least migrated from pen and paper to an iPad. Oh shit. I'm a songwriter, man. Just for the sport of it. Short tells DX. I never knew how to freestyle back in the day. Never could fucking freestyle, so even in the booth. The idea of letting it flow freely. I worked Earl. I watched Earl work. I watched him do songs over the years. He continued, referring to E40. The idea of doing it that way to me is like I kind of want to go in the booth already knowing where I'm going. I don't want to find my way while while I'm in the booth. Me personally, I have a way of writing songs that I need to say this and I need to say that. So I can't really start here and end up there in real time. Oh shit. Um I don't use paper, man. I got a old shitty iPad. I keep in the studio, too short at it. I got a million rhymes in it. I'm like, at least I'm going digital. I type it in the iPad, but it's on the cloud, so it pops up on my phone too. So my rhymes go with me. It works. Oh man, that sounds like a good trick though, man. If you really think about it, that sounds like a good trick though. That really is interesting. As for Cube, he prefers to have a full understanding of what's happening before he goes in the booth, but he can be versatile. I could do paper, I could do whatever, Cube explained. I like to know my rhyme by the time we record it. I want to know it. I might have my phone up there, but I don't want to rely on it. I think when you know your flow, you can experiment. When you know your rhyme, put it that way. You can experiment with that flow a lot more. But I'm a writer. Mount Westmore will drop their 16 track Snoop Cube 40 short LP this Friday, December 9th. After it was initially available exclusively via blockchain under the title Bad MFs over the summer. The release to streamers will include additional tracks that weren't featured in the original drop. Of course, you can check out the interview part one of Mount Westmore's conversation with Hip Hop DX below on their YouTube channel. So go subscribe to that channel right there. All right. Let's see what else can we talk about here in this. Oh yes. 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 Kiki Palmer. Yes. Yes. We're gonna talk Kiki Palmer here, man. Um. All right. So. Um. Let's see. Oh yeah. All right. And speaking of Saturday Night Live, Kiki Palmer and SZA was also on Saturday Night Live as well. Um. So this happened recently. There's just a little something off about Bowen Yang when he tries to stick the introduction promo to this weekend's episode of Saturday Night Live. Tomorrow night, December 3rd, Keke Palmer is slated to guest host the weekly comedy program with musical guest SZA, who is prep who is preparing to release her sophomore studio album SOS. In the video hit, the Nope star says, "Hi, I'm Keke Palmer, and I'm hosting Saturday Night Live this week with musical guest SZA, and I'm Brown Yang, and we're gonna have such a um." Hold on a second. Did I just say Brown Yang? Yang asked the co-stars as they laughed nervously. I can't even read my own name. Sorry, guys. I am Bowen Young, and we're gonna, oh my gosh, Brown Young. Brown Young. Oh wow, what is happening right now? Yang adds. Okay, are you okay, Bowen? Concerned Palmer asks. He assures he's fine and repeats his first name as evidence. It it all is a tongue-in-cheek play on his nervousness, which ends with him referring to SZA as Scissors. Damn. In the second promo, the trio guarantees Saturday night's episode is going to be epic. The hit comes just a day after SZA revealed the artwork for her highly anticipated LP SOS. The project still doesn't have a confirmed release date. However, it's expected to drop this month. As for Palmer, she recently reunited with Angela Bassett 16 years after playing mother and daughter in Aquila and the Bee for Vanity Fair. Palmer, who occasionally goes viral for her Bassett impersonation, to got to show the award-winning actress her rendition of Bassett's portrayal of Katherine Jackson from the Jacksons, an American Dream movie. Oh gosh. And of course, it Saturday Night Live airs Saturday at 11:30 p.m. Eastern, 8 8:30 p.m. Pacific time on NBC and streams live on Peacock. Check out the promo for it below, and you can go to their YouTube channel right there. So yeah, if you missed if you missed it, you can go watch it. All right, in other Kiki Palmer news, we need to talk about here. Let's see what else. Wait a minute here. In other Kiki Palmer news, let's see. There's more to this. After landing the hot package red shirt earlier, after after landing the hot package red shirt earlier in the week, Amazon Studios has added another high profile property to its slate. As sources tell Deadline, the studio has landed the action comedy Moxie starring Kiki Palmer. Deadline broke the news that the package was out to buyers before the Thanksgiving holiday, and Amazon moved fast to land the rights to the pick, featuring one of the bigger stars of 2022. Hawkeye director Burt is on board to direct with Heather Quinn penning the script. Palmer, Peter Lawson, and Kate Churchill are producing. Sharon Palmer is an exec producing. Um, the film is about a foul-mouthed stripper who pisses off the FBI in a way when she somehow becomes the best candidate for their fancy new agent program. Since Deadline broke the news, Palmer has already added two more high-profile accolades as she is set to host Saturday Night Live tomorrow night, and was also feted with Best Supporting Actress by the New York Film Critics Association for her scene-stealing role in Nope. The Jordan Peele directed horror comedy Nope, which bowed earlier this year, has grossed $171 million at the box office. Um, Palmer also voiced Izzy Hawthorne in Pixar's Lightyear. Burt directed a handful of episodes of the hit Marvel series Hawkeye. Prior to that, she also directed the Viola Davis pick Troop Zero. Quinn also worked on Hawkeye and wrote the Marvel Halloween special Werewolf by Night. Palmer is rep by Three Arts Entertainment. Burt is rep by Verb, and Quinn is rep by Curate. Wow. And also let's see. Let me see. Let me see this though. Yes, so the New York Film Critics Circle, one of the first critics groups to weigh in on award season, announced its winners on Friday morning with Todd Field's Tar from Focus Features, taking the top prize for Best Film. A24 led the tally for all studios with 4 wins. Celebrating its 88th year, the East Coast org is comprised of more than 50 journalists from publications such as Time and Variety. In the midst of one of the most stacked fields of contenders in years, Kate Blanchett was among the 2 wins for Tar, earning Best Actress for her turn as a controversial German composer of the verge of losing her grip on power. This marks her second win from the group after Blue Jasmine 2013, for which she won her second acting Oscar after 2004's The Aviator. Far from a done deal, she is fighting in a race that includes surprise Gotham winner Daniel Deadweiler um, from the recent movie Till. Gotham, hold on a second. Yeah, Gotham honoree Michelle Williams, the Fablemans, and fan favorite Michelle Yeoh. Everything, everywhere, all at once. Um, One of the jaw droppers from the group was S. Rajamouli, winning Best Director for the Tollywood epic adventure film um, Triple R. Although the movie wasn't selected to represent India in the international feature category, Variance Films has mounted a substantial campaign to have the film recognized in the general categories, including Best Picture. It looks like it could be paying off. Of course, Colin Farrell won Best Actor for his work in 2 of the 4 films he starred in 2022. The Banshees of Inisherin by Martin McDonough. McDonald. And after Yang from Kogo Nada. The 46-year-old Irish star is the 5th leading actor to win the prize for multiple performances after Brad Pitt for Moneyball and The Tree of Life 2011, Robert De Niro for Awakenings and Goodfellas 1990, Jack Nicholson for Chinatown and The Last Detail, and William Powell for Life with Father. And Senator was indiscreet. All men went to receive a nomination for one of their films during their respective years. Much of the season has surrounded Brendan Fraser's work in Darren Aronofsky's The Whale. However, Farrell's turn as the lovable drinking buddy Padriac in McDonald's dramedy has captivated audiences since debuting at Venice, where Farrell won the Volpe Cup for Best Actor over Fraser, whose film also debuted there. In addition to Farrell's win, his Irish dramedy was also the latest original screenplay to receive love from the Big Apple's critics, winning its Best Screenplay award for scribe Martin McDonald. It marks the 7th consecutive original script winning at NYFCC, 4 of which went on to Oscar noms. The last adapted work to win was Carol, 2015. The original screenplay category is another hot race this year, which also includes Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fablemans, and Tar. Speaking of everything, the Love Fest for comeback star Ki Hoi Kwan added another supporting actor win to his mantle, starting his week with a win at the Gotham Awards. The 51-year-old actor who plays Wayman Wang and Daniel Kwan and Daniel Schneinert's multiverse dramedy has cemented his place as the front runner in the category that is full of beloved um, veteran actors seeking their first statuettes. 9 of the last 10 NYFCC winners for supporting actor received Oscar noms, with only late great Chadwick Boseman missing out for The Five Bloods 2020, although he was still recognized posthumously by the Academy the same year for Rainey's Black Bottom. 4 of the 9 NYFCC winners: Jared Leto's Dallas Buyers Club, J.K. Simmons' Whiplash, Mark Rylance, Bridge of Spies, and Mashallah Ali Moonlight took home the Oscar, of course. One of the big surprises was Keke Palmer winning supporting actress for her turn as the UFO chasing wisecracking sister in Universal Pictures' Nope. The sci-fi horror flick from Oscar winner Jordan Peele has been bubbling on the circuit since its July release, making stops at TIFF with a special screening and Palmer being singled out in reviews, while her performance straddles the line between lead and supporting. This could give her a boost on the circuit as voting for SAG nominations gears up to open on Monday, December 5th, which already passed. Um, it's it's worth noting the NYFCC winners for supporting actress haven't fared too well when translating to Oscar nominees. While you can point to Patricia Arquette, Boyhood, and Regina King, If Beale Street Could Talk, as success stories, critical favorites like Kristen Stewart, Clouds of Sils Maria, Tiffany Haddish, Girls Trip, the last year's Catherine Hunter, The Tragedy of Macbeth. Not Macbeth. Never really took off when the major noms were announced, including the Oscars. The animated live action hybrid Marcel and Shell with Shoes On from Dean Fleischer Camp took home the prize for animated film. This bodes well for the A24 feature that had to fight for its eligibility to submit to the Academy for Animated Feature category. In the last decade, 9 of the 10 winners from NYFCC went on to receive Oscar nominations, with the Lego Movie 2014 being the unfortunate snub during its respective year. A24's After Sun from director Charlotte Wells was awarded Best First Film. The independent feature, which is co-produced by Oscar winner Barry Jenkins, continues to gain momentum and could be a strong possibility to land an original screenplay nom for the 35-year-old Scottish writer. Neon's All the Beauty and the Bloodshed took home the honor for a nonfiction film, continuing its adoration that began at the Venice Film Festival, where it won the Golden Lion. Oof, the Golden Lion. Yeah, the Golden Lion. All right, the Golden Lion. Let's see. From Oscar winner Laura Poitras, Citizen 4, the documentary that explores the career of Nan Golden and the fall of the Sackler family, is a movie that undoubtedly speaks to East Coast sensibilities. The International Feature Award went to Poland's E.O. from Jerzy Skolimowski, the story of a donkey that encounters various people on a journey through modern day modern day Europe. Oh wow. Paramount's Top Gun Maverick picked up an award for best cinematography for Oscar winner Claudio Miranda, Life of Pi, his first win from the group with a solid crossover track with the Academy. Only three have missed in the last decade. Tom Cruise's high flying action flick could soar higher in other races as well. Among the studio and film emissions, um, from the winners were streaming giants Amazon, Apple, and Netflix, who were all shut out with their major contenders, including 13 Lives, Emancipation by Will Smith, and Glass Onion. 20th Century Studios, Disney, MGM, UAR, and Sony Picture Classics also failed to pop up anywhere. NYFCC's winner for Best Film has typically had a strong correlation with the Academy Awards Best Picture category. Since the expansion to nominees in 2009, only Carol 2015 and First Cow 2020 have missed Oscar recognition. The latter was the first film that has won New York's top prize and failed to garner a single Oscar nom. Last year, the winners included the Japanese feature Drive My Car, which went on to receive a nomination for Best Picture. Other crossover winners included The Power of the Dog, receiving the directing prize for Jane Campion. Um, Alongside eventual lead and supporting actor nominees Benedict Cumberbatch and Cody Smith McPhee. Lady Gaga's Best Actress win for House of Gucci and Catherine Hunter's supporting triumph for The Tragedy of Macbeth were the two winners that failed to garner recognition. Yeah, of course, um, so let's see. Make sure to bookmark the 2022-2023 award season calendar for all the key dates and timelines for the season. Here's the list of NYFCC winners as they are announced. So best film is Tar. Um yeah, Tar. So obviously with all the people in there, let me see. Yeah, Tar. There's Best Supporting Actress, of course. Hold on. Best Actor, Colin Farrell, um, and of course, Kate. Best Actress, Kate Blanchett. Best Supporting Actor, He Hoi Kwan. Best Supporting Actress, Kiki Palmer. Best Screenplay, the Banshees of Inisherin. Best Animated Film, Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. Best cinematography, of course, obviously Top Gun Maverick. Um, After Sun. Um, EO. Best nonfiction film, All the Beauty and the Bloodshed. Of course, obviously, all the stuff. So congratulations to those that got wait a minute, they got the winners. Congratulations to the winners of the films. Yeah, okay, so obviously, let me see. So Kiki Palmer highlights the ending of the year. So Kiki Palmer is ending a year full of highlights by checking off a major bucket list item, hosting Saturday Night Live. The multi hyphenate star had yet another breakout role this year, starring in Jordan Peele's Nope, which she followed by launching her own digital network, Key TV Network, aimed at spotlighting the next generation of creators um through multi-platinum content. Next, she launched her first podcast, Baby This Is Kiki Palmer, and then landed on the cover of the Hollywood Reporter. The list goes on. For the latest episode in the Nose pop culture interview series, Kiki Palmer opened up about her major year, how she's prepping for her big SNL gig, her partnership with Doritos, how music fits into her future career plans, and much more. Um, yeah, I've been doing sketches on my Instagram page for the longest time. It's such a huge part of the evolution of my career, all my sketches. So I definitely have ideas and things that I've been ruminating on just because I want to be prepared. I'm obviously an overachiever in that regard. I'm a Virgo, and it's just who I am. But I'm also excited to see what they have for me as well. Let's be real. SNL has some incredible writers and Lauren Michaels, and they have their team and their POV of what they want. I'm interested in seeing what they are thinking about for me. I'm just It'll just be exciting to see how we come together and create something fun. Ultimately, what I want to do is have fun. I've had so many moments in my career where I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening. From Aquila and the B to True Jackson, VP. I never knew I have my own show or be a VP for that matter. And then the same thing with this year and evolving from being a child entertainer to being an adult in this industry and continuing to be able to surprise myself with new moments and experiences such it's such a blessing. It's exciting. Once you've been doing something for as long as I've been doing it, you always get a worry that, man, will I ever get bored of it or tired of it, or will my love of it die out? That hasn't happened, and for that I'm grateful. Um, it's all about big dip energy. I'm very excited to partner with Doritos, obviously, because we all grew up on Doritos. I don't know who doesn't love them for their amazing flavors. Specifically, I'm launching the Dare Doritos dips with them starting this month. Doritos is taking dipping to another level, and it's guaranteed to forever change the ways that fans eat. Ooh, that's a yummy. That's a yummy idea. I definitely feel like I have felt that pressure to perform as Kiki Palmer, where people do expect me to do what they see on TV, whether it's the way that I'm dressed or the way that I'm acting or how high energy I'm giving that moment in time. But I think I've resisted that urge as I've gotten older to feed into that. I just can't give everybody everything they want all the time. From that, from what I'm doing in general, from what I'm talking about, and with Key TV, it's me wanting to establish the understanding with my audience and those that are interested in the entertainment business, that it's a business. This is an entertainment career, and part of that is your performance of being an entertainer. And I want to make that a little more of a normalized thing so that we don't always continuously expect actors and performers to always be performing. That's the craft and the skill and something that you are doing for work. Nobody wants to be on the clock when they are off the clock. Of course, you could check out of course you could take a look at the full interview of In the Nose full interview with Kiki Palmer below on their YouTube channel in the know. All right. So of course, lastly, lastly, um, lastly, and speaking of which, um, speaking of which, also Kiki Palmer also launched a media company called Key TV, and part of this is part of the segment that I haven't done for a very long time called Black Owned Trendsetter Shoutouts right here, right now. Let's do this. Okay, Key TV. Palmer has found greater freedom in the digital space from partnerships and additional creative opportunities. Therefore, she hopes to replicate that success for the next generation of creators. With that said, as Afrotech previously told you, the multi hyphenate launched Key TV, a digital network that will serve as a platform for people of color to produce content. Palmer on finding freedom in the digital world. I found freedom through the digital space, she told Afrotech. I really want to be able to show my generation how I did that. For example, evolving my career from being a traditional talent to breaking into the digital space also as an influencer, which allowed me to have more freedom in traditional spaces and wherever I wanted to across the board as a brand because I was feeding my audience. Palmer on how she will amplify diverse creators. Now, Palmer is looking to create flourishing ecosystems for BIPOC, millennials, and Generation Z, so they can enjoy similar freedoms in the digital realm. In the same breath, Palmer knows the road isn't linear as there are various shields that make it more difficult for creators of color to jumpstart their crafts. I hope it impacts creators of color everywhere. I'm hoping that they get the opportunity to be seen. Palmer explained. I think most specifically for me, it is sharing my platform with them and giving them um, the opportunity to be seen. Hold on a second. To be able to garner great partnerships, cause that's what it is in the digital space. You have the opportunity to find creative and financial freedom. She continued, in quote, what happens a lot of times to the BIPOC, millennial, and Gen Z creators is if you don't connect or you aren't what people think you should be, or you just don't have the platform, then you kind of get overlooked. So Key TV is a way to put the culture in the forefront. Palmer on creating more success stories. What's more, Palmer's sole purpose goes far beyond simply releasing content to the masses, but also to make sure creators can begin writing the pages of their own success stories. We continue to see this in real time with talents such as Palmer, Issa Rae, and Quinta Brunson, who remind the world of the wonders that can bloom when given opportunity. It's about changing that so that we can be represented and that we cannot only be represented on screen but behind the screens, because that's what makes a difference. Palmer told Afrotech. We get shows like Awkward Black Girl when we get Issa Rae and Larry Wilmore to link up. We get those kinds of things when people are able to put in positions of power to do that. Palmer on investing her own dollars into Key TV. Palmer has great faith in the future of the digital network, so much so that she brought the platform to life through her own dollars. It was all funded by me and by the grace of God. I'm so grateful that I'm in a position to be able to do that because I want people to understand that's usually what it is. We are always saying, why don't so and so do this? Usually it's the funds, honey. It takes a lot of money to invest in something because an investment doesn't mean that you are necessarily going to get it back. And even if you do get it back, it doesn't mean it's going to come back immediately. So it's a real bet that you are taking. And a lot of times, this is why I'm doing this is because I want more of us. Hold on. And when I say us, I mean people of color, young people to be on the forefront of being able to invest in that way, Palmer expressed. Palmer on the journey for creators. For Palmer, the milestone of launching a digital network wasn't overnight. Still, she understands this is a privileged opportunity not often felt by creators, even when they work countless years to make dreams like this a reality. You can't do it if you are not getting opportunities, and you can't get the opportunities if you don't have the resources to get there or the platform. It's just so many reasons why we don't always get to be in that position, she told Afrotech. It's just about being able to say, hey, you know what? I'm in that position. I'm someone that put 20 years of work into get into this place that I'm in. Now let me shine a light on other people so they don't have to do everything I did. Well, let's make some noise for Kiki Palmer for launching Key TV and all the amount of success in the movies and everything that she did, including other TV stuff that she did, um, all that stuff. So let's make some noise. All right, time for another segment. Um, Time for another segment that I like to call. Let me see. Hold on a minute. Hold on a second. Where is this? Hang on a minute. Um, Hold on. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I could have sworn I had this. Hold on. Hold on a minute here. All right. Another segment that I like to do here is what you call munchies and drinks. Here it is. Yes. Yes. All right. So this is the segment involving articles involving eat and drinks. So this is why I'm featured this in this show. So let's see. So eat and drink. Let's get into this. So environmental groups are once again at odds with politicians and fishermen in New England in the wake of a decision by high-end retail giant Whole Foods to stop selling Maine lobster. Whole Foods recently said that it will stop selling lobster from the Gulf of Maine, excuse me, Gulf of Maine at hundreds of its stores around the country. The company cited decisions by a pair of sustainability organizations to take away their endorsements of the U.S. lobster fishing industry. Um, the organization's Marine Steward Council. Um, yeah, Marine Steward Council. Is the hold on a second. Yes, and Seafood Watch both cited concerns about the risk to rare North Atlantic um right whales from fishing gear to entanglement in gear is one of the biggest threats to the whales. The decision by Whole Foods was an important action to protect the highly endangered whale, said Virginia Carter, an associate with the Save America's Wildlife campaign at Environment America Research and Policy Center. And quote, with fewer than 340 North Atlantic right whales in existence, the species is swimming toward extinction unless things turn around, Carter said. Whole Foods said in a statement last week that it's monitoring the situation and committed to working with suppliers, fisheries, and environmental advocacy groups as it develops. The company's decision to stop selling lobster drew immediate criticism in Maine, which is home to the U.S.'s largest lobster fishing industry. The state's governor, Janet Mills, a Democrat, and its four-member congressional delegation said in a statement that Marine Stewardship Council's decision to suspend its certification of Gulf of Maine lobster came despite years of stewardship and protection of whales by Maine fishermen. Despite this, the Marine Stewardship Council, with retailers following suit, wrongly and blindly decided to follow the recommendations of misguided environmental groups rather than science. Mills and the delegation said the Whole Whole Foods was not the first retailer to take lobster off the menu over sustainability concerns. HelloFresh, the meal kit company, was among numerous retailers to pledge to stop selling lobster in September after California-based Seafood Watch placed American and Canadian lobster fisheries on its red list of seafoods to avoid. Hmm. Okay, let's see what's going on with eat and drink. I know there's more to this. Um East Village. Um Hold on, let's take a look at this, man. I've been meaning to actually. So this is hold on a minute here. Hold on a minute. Um let's see. Let's see. All right. Wait a minute here. Okay, I'm not gonna really do that one. Um all right, so recently, um a special event in Tribeca explored the importance of regenerative farming and its effect on our food. Ahead of World Soil Day, damn, on December 5th, former White House chef and senior policy advisor for nutrition policy Sam Cass teamed up with the company Noor, whose mission is to bring this delicious and accessible foods to its customers to host the 500 dinner at Casa Carmen on November 30th, which already happened. The night aimed to show that what's on our plates now will be a delicacy in just a few decades if regenerative agriculture practices aren't widely adopted. The dinner you are about to eat costs $72 tonight. Damn, $72? $72. Wow. In 2050, this exact same meal will cost 566 $566 as the ingredients that we rely on become even more scarce, Cass. The night featured a menu of arroz del mar, nor Spanish rice with seafood, and arroz de la tierra, nor Mexican rice with truffles, plus various appetizers and churros for dessert. Over the course of the evening, Cass and Gina Kuroff, marketing director for North America, discussed how these ingredients that we use daily could become a rarity if we don't start to adopt regenerative farming practices. Food is love. Food is how we express ourselves. And if we stay on our current path, our kids and grandkids won't be able to enjoy what we're eating here. Tonight is all about two things: understanding the role of food in agriculture, to climate change, and committing to an accessible future of food, said Cass. In a conversation with AM New York Metro, Cass and Kuroff um, discuss the importance of food and how it impacts our ecosystem. For one, regenerative farming and sustainable farming are not one of the same. According to Cass, regenerative farming practices focus on the health of the soil, such as eliminating fungicides that kill all living things in the soil, while sustainable farming doesn't have a standard definition. I took this role this summer in July, and I've been working in the food industry for many years. But until I got onto this role, I understood sustainable farm practices were more on how we're trying to protect soil, not really regenerating agriculture, said Kuroff. Um, as I was learning more and from speaking to people like Sam and industry experts, this is a huge wake up call, and I wouldn't expect our ordinary consumer to understand it. It's quite complex. There is no definition of sustainable farming. Sustainable kind of implies that we keep doing it as we're doing it forever, said Cass. Regenerative really looks to build the health of the ecology of the land, particularly focused on the health of the soil. So practices that result in high levels of carbon, more biological activity, better water retention, more excuse me, biodiversity. Um, as a result of richer soil in to grow food in. Not only are the food's nutrients higher, but it has a better impact on the environment as a whole. I think there's been a lot of awareness around the connection of health and food. I think that's I think what's emerging is that connection on what we eat and its impact on the planet. I think it's more nascent. I definitely think it's changing pretty quickly. I think young people increasingly understand it more than old folks like myself, said Cass. But I think, given the vital role that food plays in our ability to survive in the future, I think that will continue to change and change more quickly when you start to see more droughts, more floods, more fires, and start to see the impact of this is not on the shelf or or prices going up. Meanwhile, adding regenerative farming practices can help ordinary consumers feel more confident about the quality of their food and where it's coming from. We lost a connection to our food over the years, and it's like it's life skill. Food literacy, nutrition, meal planning, knowing where your food comes from is important so you know the value of it and we can pass on that education to our children, said Kuroff. You need to understand what you're eating, what you are eating, what the nutrient value is, what you are providing to your kids, and we as a food company feel a responsibility to ensure that Americans eat delicious, nutritious, and accessible food. Um, I don't think you necessarily need to know wherever you eat has come from, but understanding the connection between what you eat and its impact on your being, your health, and what you eat and the environment, the planet we live on, is really critical, said Cass. Having enough knowledge to eat in a way that takes both into account and to actually care about those things is really what's most important. Cass and Kuroff um agreed that some of the first steps you can take as a consumer are to support companies that are making those transformative changes to bring better products to the dinner table. Cass also says they know that adding more diversity and plant-based ingredients can go a long way. I think eating more diverse plant ingredients is also a pretty safe bet. I always point to beans as being the one. There's a lot of complexity to this, and it's easy to get lost, and there's plenty of debate about what this means. But it's also quite simple. Try to eat a few more ingredients, put a little more diversity in our diet, said Cass. Eating ingredients like beans, which is one of the most nutrient dense foods you can get, are critical to a regenerative agriculture system because it puts nitrogen in the soil. So you don't need the same amount of fertilizers. They are very cheap and affordable and delicious.
just trying to eat more of those kinds of ingredients once or twice a week adds up to a huge impact. What Nor's doing to build on that and help people eat more variety as well as include more vegetables and legumes into your into your diet. We do that through our recipes, said Kuroff. What our products are aiming to do is to enable cooking at home. I understand that consumers don't have a lot of time or skill to create these complex recipes, so Nor is working with chefs and responsible growers to provide products that do the thinking and the flavor work for you, so it's easier to put a meal on the table for your family. It doesn't have to be this giant overhaul. Little things that add up and make a really big difference, said Cass. If everybody has to be the scientist and the producer and the chef, it's not going to work. I think companies like Noor, the biggest thing they can do to change people's lives so our kids can live the same way is make that really easy for people. And quite frankly, I don't care if someone is knowledgeable on it. If it's good for them and the planet, and that becomes our standard, that's what success looks like. Of course, for more information about Noor, you can visit the website noor.com. You can also follow Cast on social media at SamCastDC on Instagram and Chef SamCast on Twitter. So there you have it right there, folks. There you have it right there. Um okay. Okay, now we are gonna go to our very last segment of the night. Our very last segment of the night is going to be stream choices on the go. Here it is right here, man. Let's do this. You know what to do, folks. All you need to do is show some love by following Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York podcast on on Facebook alongside with Instagram. And also follow my other two shows that I do also, which is the sports edition show of Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks podcast, the review show Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast, and also myself is G Money Stacks 555 in Queens, New York. Make sure you turn on your notifications so you know exactly where you can be in the know on when each episode is going to be dropping. So, um, without further ado, I'd like to actually hold on a second. Without further ado, um, you can go you can go to the link in bio where it says Linktree / G Money Stacks 555. And you're gonna see a whole list of audio streaming platforms. And you can also leave a voice message for me on how you feel about the topics that's being discussed in this episode and prior episodes whatsoever on anchor.fm / gmoneystacks / message. And of course, speaking of Anchor, that's where we're going to start with right now, though. So we are on Anchor, Audacity, Audible, Audioburst, Amazon Music, Breaker, Castbox FM, Deezer, Listen Notes, Moon FM Podcast, Player FM, Pocket Cast, Podbay, Podfriend, Podo Polo, Podorama, Podcast Index, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Podverse, Reason FM, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, Google Podcasts, and don't forget to listen to Off the Meat Rat Chainz New York podcast on every stream platform, which includes Radio Public
and iHeartRadio, the number one app for music, radio, and podcasts. And you don't need a credit card or a debit card to download iHeartRadio or any other apps whatsoever. Of course, if you don't have any of these apps, don't worry. It's all in the link tree link. And also, you can download these apps onto your iPhones, your Android phones, iPads, and your Android tablets. Or you can even download it to your laptops too, which also is a big help too. So there you have it right there with where you can actually listen to the the episodes on there. So also be sure to follow my other shows that's also on iHeartRadio as well, which is the Sports Edition show, Excellent Fun Vibrant Talks podcast, and Meticulous Vibe Juice podcast review show that's also on iHeartRadio as well. So it's 100 episodes on there, and there's also 41 episodes as well. I am going to drop episode 42 for the Sports Edition show, um the sports podcast that I'm doing on a weekly basis. And of course, I will be dropping this episode either today or Friday along with 214. So I will actually get into that in a couple of minutes. So so there you have it right there. You have it right there. And of course, last but not least, make sure you go on to YouTube to the channel page G Money Stacks 555. Click on the noni bell so you can be reminded when the show goes in the air via live stream, alongside with leaving a like and a comment along with the episodes. More video content, upcoming episodes, and previous episodes in case you miss any of the episodes, whether you are a new listener and a new watcher in the YouTube universe. Of course, be sure to catch up on the episodes that's already dropped, including the new ones and the previous ones whatsoever. And of course, plus, um, be sure to stream, listen, share, download these episodes, very important. And of course, be sure to watch the episodes as well. And of course, tell a friend to another friend, spread the word, word of mouth is important. And of course, make sure you share the podcast along with the link that says linktree/G Money Stacks 555 with your husbands, your wives, your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your friends, the people you're cool with, whether from work or anywhere else where you meet people. All right. And that's going to do it for me. I'm your man, G Money Stacks. Thank you very much for listening. Hold on a minute here. One more thing I need to do. I forgot. One more thing I need to do. I forgot. One more topic I forgot to do. Let me just get to the Snickers part. I forgot about that. Let me just get that out the way. Yeah, let me just get that out the way. The Snickers thing. Okay, so what is it? So what is a Snickers salad? What is a Snickers salad? Let's see. So we're gonna get into it. A little something real quick.
So a Snicker salad is a dessert salad consisting of a mix of Snicker bars, Gran- Granny Smith apples, whipped cream, and often pudding or whipped topping served in a bowl. Hmm. And of course, the we need to get into the other thing, which is we need to get into the other thing, which is the Snickers ice cream bar. Snickers ice cream bar. Um, what is a Snickers ice cream bar? Okay, so basically I named this episode Chewmute because recently I did um the Snickers day as far as like the different types of stuff that's included. So the Snickers ice cream bar is made with creamy peanut butter ice cream, smooth caramel, and crunchy peanuts, and covered in a chocolate shell. Snickers ice cream bars are a delicious treat. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's a delicious treat that take satisfaction satisfaction to a new frozen level. And of course, obviously, yes, it has 1 gram of dietary fiber daily. Protein 3 grams. There's calcium. There's potassium. Um, so yeah, most of the stuff that we have as a snack usually contains protein, usually contains fiber, and and some calcium. Sometimes a little bit of vitamin B or vitamin C. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, yeah. So fiber is important actually. So that's the reason why I buy certain snacks. That's very important. And yes, a snickerdoodle. Snickerdoodle. I'm not gonna have time to go into how to make it. I'll probably do that. I'll probably do that some other time too, man. A snickerdoodle. What is okay? What is a? I think I did that one already, man. I think I did that one already, so I'm not gonna go into it again. All right, so all right, like I said, man. I wanted to make sure I covered the Snickers part because I named this episode Chewmute. I'm not gonna have time to get into how to make it as far as the ingredients and stuff, but I'll try to do that next time in a future episode, depending on how I feel. So, you know what I mean, I'll be able to you know, guide y'all on how to make it. So there it is right here, folks. So I'm up out of here. G Money Stacks is clocking out. And I'll see y'all next time in the next episode with new topics and all that great stuff right there, man. So thank you very much for listening and tuning in and rocking with me on this episode. I appreciate every single one of y'all, and I will make my announcement in the next episode in regarding to Spotify. So stay tuned for that as well. Peace and one love, and have yourselves a good night, folks.